Yo, what is going on, you guys? It is I, Spinal Tab, and today I'm bringing you my very first After Effects tutorial. I'm starting a new tutorial series on the Fatum channel. I know a lot of people have been asking me for tips and tricks on editing, so I decided to create this to help you guys out with what I know. Anyways, guys, with that being said, let's get to it. This tutorial is about color correction and motion blur. So what we're gonna do now is that once you have After Effects open, you want to go ahead and get your clip. I'm going to go ahead and use this one since I'm going to be doing the Spamtober contest. So let's go ahead and open it. I'm going to drag it into here. Just let that import. Really excited too because this is actually my first editing contest that I'll be participating in Uberstrike. All right, so you guys, actually let me show you how I did that. Really quick way to bring your video clip in. Just go ahead and click it once it's in here. Drag it down here, and it's all set. It's in there. And you can play through it, and you can watch your video. All right, so what we're gonna do is, first of all, I'm gonna create an adjustment layer. Let me get an adjustment layer. Open that up. What I like to do is to do all my effects on the adjustment layer instead of doing it on the actual clip. That way, anything that I put above the clip and below the adjustment layer gets, the effect that I want. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring in my widescreen bars. Let's see. The way I do this is I create a solid, make sure it's black, and we're just gonna shrink it down like this. Bring it up. Basically, this is so easy to do. Just duplicate it, bring it down. You got your widescreen effect. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and create a color correction now. You know what? Let's see. Yeah, let's deactivate these. Just leave the adjustment layer. There's a lot of people who have been asking me for color corrections. There's so many ways you can do this. I know a lot of people don't have Magic Bullet looks. There's other ways you can do it. What I suggest for people who don't have Magic Bullet, it's to use curves. So you're going to go ahead and type in curves and bring that into your adjustment layer. This is one way to do it. What you're going to do is you have the drop down right here, which you have different selections, and you're going to click. Let's see. Let's go to red, and we're going to bring this down. Okay, you start noticing that it does make a difference. You can see how the color, you start getting different color corrections on the clip, as you can see right there. I think the sky is turning like different color. So that's the green. We're gonna go to blue, and we're gonna set it up like that. Alpha, you don't necessarily have to do alpha, but you can if you want. That pretty much, you really can't do much with curves, in my opinion. You can mess around with it like this and get different colors, like bring it down like that. A lot of people don't really like curves though, because it's kind of like they think that it messes up their video. But it's a great way to use it. You can create a color correction like that. So, but that's not the way I do it. I don't really use curves since I have Magic Bullet. I have I have Color Suite, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that instead. It's a lot quicker. A lot of people, they do make presets, like they customize their own color corrections. I've done that. and I have some, but I'm just gonna go right here real quick and show you what I mean. That you can select different kinds. Like you got so many different kinds that you can choose from. Like, let's choose a real nice one. No, nah. I like Ohio. It looks really nice. Ultimatum. All right, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and choose Ohio since that one looks really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and click finish. That brings in the color correction on it, and you can put down the strength if you don't want it to be that strong. Put it like about 50. Let's try 60. You're gonna type 60. So we got our color correction right here. And if you turn on your widescreen bars, you get that look. Also, what you wanna, let me see, is there anything else we can add to the color correction? We can add, if you guys have, it's called Shine, but you need to have a trap code plugin. So you have to actually download that. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of videos where they show you how to download trap code so you can get all these little plugins and stuff. Anyways, you click and drag Shine into your adjustment layer. That's gonna open up Shine. It's gonna give you like this nice, really like light effect right there, but you don't want that. So we're gonna go ahead and right here where it says Shine, we're gonna click down. We're gonna drop down. We're gonna click Add. That adds it to the video clip, but that's still too strong. So we're gonna go to, and I don't want that color either. Anyways, you click drop down colorize, drop down right here 3 color gradient, and what you're gonna do is select any one that you like. I'm gonna click let's try Spirit. Gives you a blue, and the way it is right now, Shine is right at the center, and it's the whole clip. But if I don't want the whole clip, I go to pre-process and I check the box that says use mask. So that gives you a pinpoint just wherever you want it. So like if I want the sky to shine like real nice, I'll put it over here, somewhere right here in the corner, usually. And you can mess with the radius actually, like to increase it to how big you want it. Like that. And then we're gonna feather it out so it's not too bright. It's not too strong either. So we can like drag it a little bit across right here. Still a little bit too strong, but that's okay. We can always go down here to where it says shine opacity and bring it down, so it's not too much. And we're gonna, if you want a different shine, something down here on the bottom with a different color, just go ahead and make sure you clicked on shine, duplicate it, real easy. And what you're gonna do now is instead of it being up here, you're gonna drag it down here, and you get a nice color down here. And then you can always choose a different color, like deep sea looks real nice. So it gives you that kind of color right there. You see how it mixes in. You get like this like yellowish green mixture with the blue. And then you turn your widescreen bars again, and you can see how it looks. You get that really cool color correction effect on your clip. Let's see how it looks over here. It's a real nice clip I got at Gideon's too. Anyways, you get a really nice color correction like that. Oh, and you can also, you want to make this sharper and a little more detailed. What I like to do is I go to effects, go to blur and sharpen, and then click sharpen, and then sharpen it out about maybe 30, and then you want to add, go to effects again, go to color correction, Go to brightness and contrast. So you can add a little bit more shadow into it. You're gonna contrast it so you get more shadow, more detail on the gun. You see how you get more, it looks more outstanding, I think. All right, so that's color correction. Anything else that I can add to this? I don't think so. You can try if you have optical flares. That's another plugin that you can download. It's really useful too. I drag it into my adjustment layer. That's optional. You don't necessarily have to do that. If you do have the plugin, you can try doing this. But you want to click optical flares. Make sure that it's on top of everything up here. Actually, no, make it right here below the. That's, you know what? Just leave it there. It'll be fine right there. What you want to do is down here in the drop down where it says on black, you want to go ahead and click over original, so it's not like that, and it's over the clip. And then you get like, you can add color, you can add optical flares, but you know this one's too basic, so you're gonna go here and click options. That's gonna open up the optical flares window, and it's gonna give you a lot of different options. So let's wait until that opens. All right, so basically it's gonna look like this, and then you can have either presets, you can have custom made, whatever you want. I like to use like the ones that are already there and manipulate them. So what I like to do basically is like, let's use this one. It's gonna give you like a dirty screen look. We can get rid of some of the light because it's gonna be too bright. So like for example, the glow, you can hide it. That's gonna get rid of that. And then that will give you get rid of the glow. We can keep the glow. We can actually bring it down. Let's see. Let's bring it down. 10 is fine. And then what you're gonna do now is you're gonna turn this one off so it's not too bright in the center in that pinpoint. And then you're gonna turn off this one. Then what else can you turn on? For now, I think that should be fine. Yeah, just leave it like that. You can do something like this if you want. You can do it like this. You can do it like that. You can actually make it bigger if you want, but it's be too bright, so you're gonna bring the brightness down. Come on, bright. We're gonna make this, let's see, 1. No, it's maybe 5. Well, maybe let's try 5. So it gives you like a glare across your screen. If you play it, you get like this really nice color correction on it. You can do that. If you don't have optical flares, you don't necessarily have to do this. It's just optional. You can always do the other ones like this. So let's get rid of that. I was just showing you how you have other options basically. All right, so now that's color correction. I'm gonna go ahead and RAM preview this just to see how it looks with the color correction all the way through. So let's check it out. All right, you guys, so it's done RAM previewing. Let's check it out and see how it looks with the color correction. So you can see it has a really nice color to it. There's a lot of shine. You can see the blue. It looks really nice. So that's how that looks with the color correction. So now what we're gonna add is motion blur. This is another plugin that you guys can download. Just search it up. It's called Real Smart Motion Blur. And what you guys are gonna do is, if you have it downloaded, or once you have downloaded it, you're gonna go to click your adjustment layer. You're gonna go to Effect, go to Revision Plugins, Real Smart Motion Blur. That's gonna open up Motion Blur, and what you're gonna do is make sure that your Motion Blur is above everything else. Once you have put it on top of all the layers, what you're gonna do is, you can set it to 100. That's what I like to do. It's a preference. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna set it to 1, and that should do that. A little thing that I like to do with combine it with motion blur is to add a, let's see, a radial blur. What that does, it gives you like this weird looking blur, but I don't want that much, and I don't want it round. What I'm gonna do is, once you have it, you're gonna drop down right here, click zoom, and that gives you a zoom effect like that one. And then what you're gonna do is, if it's too much for you, you can always lower the amount. And I like to use like 5. That gives it like a really nice like blur to it, like zoom effect. And then once you have that, you can click right here, RAM preview, just to see how it looks. Let it render. Alright, you guys, so we're gonna go ahead and check it out with the motion blur. You guys will notice that it has a different effect to it, so let's check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in and start from the beginning. So you guys can see it has a more smoother effect. Quick turns, it turns a lot smoother. It gives you a really cool effect, I think. So that's how it looks. You got your color correction, you got your widescreen bars, and you got your motion blur. There's more stuff you can add to this to make it even like crazier if you want. Just really depends on your style. It depends on what you plan to do, your theme, whatever. So for me, like, this will be good. If there's anything else that I would add, probably be just like screen shake or something. But I think it looks really good like this. You can try on your videos, you know, test them out, see what kind of color corrections you guys want to use, what fits perfect. You know, you can just go ahead and try that. And then you can always build on what I told you. You don't necessarily have to follow what I did. I just showed you the way I do it. You know, you can always do your own thing. I'm pretty sure it'll look badass too. All right, well, you guys, that was my first tutorial for this After Effects series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be doing more later on. You can comment below any tutorial requests you want, anything you'd like me for me to go over. You know, I would be happy to do a tutorial on that. Anything you guys want me to cover, just let me know in the comments below. I'll make sure to do a tutorial for almost all the requests. Don't forget to go ham on the subscribe button, and thanks for watching. Peace.